A very good morning and Jain class. Today we are going to solve the book exercises in adjective clause. So I want you all to please keep your grammar book with you and keep on solving the exercises parallel with me. Cleared? Those who have not having their grammar book with them, please go and collect it fast. Today we are going to solve the book exercises in adjective clause. So do you remember what is adjective clause? The clause that function as an adjective means adjective clauses describe a noun or pronoun in a sentence. Okay? Or in another word like adjective modifies a noun in a sentence, same as when a group of words or a clause that modifies or describes a noun or a pronoun in a sentence is called an adjective clause. So let's proceed. Here on my screen you can see exercise 1. Pick out the adjective clauses and tell what noun and pronoun each qualifies. So how do we identify the adjective clauses, children? I told you the adjective clauses are always introduced by a relative pronoun or a relative adverb. So first of all, what are relative pronoun and relative adverbs? Do you remember? Relative pronouns are who, whose, whom, which, that, and your relative adverbs are when, where, why, how. Okay, so first of all, we find out these relative pronouns because they are introduced. These relative pronouns introduce the adjective clauses in the sentence. Okay, my first sentence is people who have never seen a play on the stage have missed a great experience. Here, my subject is people and the relative pronoun is who. So, can you make a guess that what is the adjective clause in this sentence? It is beginning with your relative pronoun who. Who have never seen a play on the stage. Yes, very good clause. So your clauses, adjective clauses, who have never seen a play on the stage, and to which word or noun or pronoun it is qualifying? That is people. Who is describing people, that the people who have never seen a play on the stage. Now let's come to the second sentence. All that glitters is not gold. Here my relative pronoun is that. So the adjective clause will be that glitters. And this that is modifying to which word? All. All. So my pronoun here, pronoun all is the word that is modified by that, and the adjective clause is that glitters. Now let's come to the third sentence. A red Indian who looked tired and hungry slowly walked to the cottage. First of all, we need to learn that how many clauses are used in this sentence, children. A red Indian who looked tired and hungry. A red Indian is first part who looked tired and hungry. Is second part slowly walked to the cottage. Clear? Now, here who. Who is the introductory word of adjective clause. So who looked tired and hungry. So whose about are they talking? To which word or noun or pronoun this who is qualifying? That is a red Indian. So my noun is a red Indian and adjective clause is who looked tired and hungry. Now let's come to the fourth sentence. You have taught me a lesson which I shall never forget. The sentence has two clauses. You have taught me a lesson, that is main clause, which I shall never forget, that is subordinate clause. And it is introduced by which, that is a relative pronoun. So, what is my adjective clause in this sentence? Which I shall never forget. And to which noun or pronoun it is modifying? A lesson. As which word is used? So, which is referring to a lesson which I shall never forget. Now, look at the fifth sentence. You must reward the student whose essay has been adjudged the best. Okay, now you must reward the student. This is my main clause. Whose essay has been adjudged the best. This is my subordinate clause. And as it is introduced by whose, so my adjective clause is whose essay has been adjudged the best. And to which word it qualifies? The student. So my noun is the student. Clear? Because adjective clauses always are always placed close to the noun or pronoun they modify. Okay, so the noun or pronoun that you find close to it is referring to that only. Now look at the next sentence. Such people as have a strong willpower are not discouraged by their misfortune. Now children, here I want to introduce one more rule. Nouns preceded by such or same, such determiners like such or same, they are always followed by as. And as can also introduce an adjective clause. So here the adjective clause is introduced by as. So my adjective clause is as have a strong willpower. And as is referring to which word here? It is referring to people, such people. Clear? So my noun is such people and adjective clause in this sentence is as have a strong willpower. Clear? So don't forget this rule. Whenever the sentence is beginning with such or same word, so there you will use as an introductory word of your adjective clause. Clear? Now, God helps those who help themselves. The first clause is God helps those. My subordinate clause is who help themselves. So what is adjective clause? Who help themselves. And it is modifying to which word? Those. Those is the pronoun used for a group of people here. Right? Now, look at the eighth sentence. The vacancy you are referring to has already been filled. The vacancy you are referring to, this is the first part, has already been filled. This is my subordinate clause. The main clause is the vacancy you are referring to and has already been filled is my subordinate clause. So this subordinate clause is my adjective clause. And here that word is omitted. I told you this rule that wherever that relative pronoun or adverb is found unnecessary, so that can be omitted. So the same rule has been followed in this sentence. That word is omitted. So, and to which word this adjective clause is modifying? The vacancy. So my noun is the vacancy. Now, the leader whom every villager worshipped like a god turned out to be a smuggler. So, what is the adjective clause in this? Here, whom every villager worshipped like a god. This is my adjective clause. And which word it is describing. What is my noun or pronoun in this sentence that this adjective clause is describing? That is the leader. Cleared? So this is my exercise 1. Now let's come to exercise 2, children. Here, supply suitable adjective clause. The blanks have been left and we have to fill them with adjective clauses. It means that the first word will be any relative pronoun or relative adverb. The first condition we have to take care, and that we will use according to the object it is going to qualify. If it is a person, we will use who, whose, whom. If it is a thing, we use which or that. If the sentence is talking about a place, so we will use where. If it is a time, then why, when. If it's a reason, then why. If it is about a manner, then we will use how as a introductory word in adjective clause. And clause, you know that beta, there must be that finite verb, and after that we add the word according to the need. Cleared? Now, all the passengers. Passengers means the people have been discussed. Okay? So just think about the relative pronoun that can be taken to frame a clause. All the passengers dash had a narrow escape. Narrow escape means बाल बाल बच गए. We say normally we say ना, अरे मैं बाल बाल बच गया. So that is narrow escape. Okay, so all the passengers that had a narrow escape. So all the passengers who were in the bus had a narrow escape, or all the passengers who boarded the bus had a narrow escape, or all the passengers who were traveling in the train had a narrow escape. So that could be any. It depends on you. Okay, I have taken one sentence that who were in the bus. Cleared? I have used who because here passengers have been discussed. Now look at the second sentence. We should not forget those brave soldiers. Again, a person has been discussed. So you are free to use relative pronoun. What could be in the blank? We should not forget those brave soldiers. Nobody is going to fill one word. Here we are talking about the clause. And clause must have a subject and a finite verb. Don't forget this thing. So we should not forget those brave soldiers who bested their lives for our safety. Okay, you can write any other, but must check it once, or show it to your elders, those the one you find that can guide you well. Okay, if you write any other sentence, we should not forget those brave soldiers who bested their life for our safety, or those who bested their life for their motherland. Okay, or those who sacrifice their life for our safety. Any you are free to write the answers. Okay, but must get them checked by someone whom you find can guide you well. Now, water dash should be boiled and filtered. Water is discussed, that means I am free to use which or that. Cleared? So what should be here? Water that is used for drinking should be boiled and filtered. So beta, here I am using an adjective clause. The introductory word is a relative pronoun. It has one finite verb also, is, and it is complete in its meaning also, that is used for drinking. So this is an adjective clause. Now look at next one. Such books dash should be read again and again. Here you can see such word is used in the beginning of the sentence. So the sentences that are beginning with such or same, they are followed by as. So such books as emerge, good values should be read again and again. Okay, now next, I would like to lay down my life for the country. Now, country has been discussed, a place. So, what will be my introductory word here? Where. So, where I was born, or where I have been educated, or where I got my all cultivation, or where I have spent my whole life, like that. Okay, the trick dash made the shopkeeper angry. So, here a trick has been used, non living thing. So, what will be my introductory word? Which or that? So, the trick that customer applied made the shopkeeper angry. Clear? Or the trick that customer was trying to apply made the shopkeeper angry. As the sentence is in past tense, so please take care of the tenses also, children. Next, the prize winners dash should come to the stage. The prize winners, that means the persons are discussed. Okay, so what will be the introductory word? Whose, whom, who? It's up to you, children. The prize winners whose name have been called should come to the stage. Now, people. Again, people have been discussed here. So, people dash should not throw a stone at others. What kind of people? People who have houses made of glasses. Ma'am has used this clause here. Okay, people who have houses made of glasses should not throw stones at others. Now, children, hopefully you all must have done exercise 1 and 2. Now, let's solve exercise 3. Replace each underlined adjective phrase by an adjective clause. Here, phrase is used and we have to convert it into clause. What is the difference between phrase and clause? Phrase is also a group of word, clause is also a group of word, but phrase doesn't have subject and finite verb. Clause has a subject and finite verb. Phrase doesn't make complete sense. Clause make complete sense. Clear? So what exactly you have to do? Whatever phrase is used in the sentence has been underlined. You have to provide a subject and finite verb to it. So that will be converted to a clause. Now look at the first one. How ma'am is doing. Students sitting on the last bench. Sitting on the last bench were not very attentive. My phrase, the phrase that has been given to me is sitting on the last bench, and the subject is students, means person. So which introductory word I can take? Who. So the students who were sitting on the last bench were not very attentive. What I have done? I have given it one introductory word, that is who, and one finite verb. Word, that is were. So now this phrase is a clause. Who were sitting on the last bench. Clear? Now look at the second sentence. This book deals with the problems of a cinema artist's life. Of a cinema artist's life means the problems that are faced by a cinema artist. Or here the sentence is in present tense, so it will be that a cinema artist faces in his life. Okay, so that is an adjective clause. This book deals with the problems that a cinema artist faces in his life. Look at the third one now. Is this the way to treat an innocent child? To treat an innocent child. This phrase is beginning with infinitive verb. Can you see that? To treat. So I am free to use should. In such, even this rule told to you when the infinitive verbs are dealt, so there the changes are made with the help of models. So is this the way to treat an innocent child? So what it will be? Is this the way an innocent child should be treated? Now look at the next one. I still remember the joys of my childhood. Of my childhood means that I enjoyed in my childhood. That is no. So what it will be, children? I still remember the joys that I enjoyed in my childhood. Now look at the next. All the books lying on that shelf. Lying on that shelf means that are lying on that shelf. So it will be all the books that are lying on that shelf. I have given one introductory word, one subject that, and one finite verb are to this phrase. Now it is that are lying on that shelf. Now we have not been informed of the time of his arrival. Of his arrival means when he is arriving, right? Of his arrival, of his departure means when he is going to take his departure. So what it will be? We have not been informed of the time when he will arrive. Now people living in countryside. Living in countryside means those who are living in countryside. Okay, so it will be the people who live in countryside usually enjoy good health. Now look at eighth one. We were startled by the noise made by our car. Made by our car means the noise that our car was making. Made by our car means the noise that our car was making. And here the structure is of passive sentence. So that was made or which was made by our car. So we were startled by the noise which was made by our car. That was exercise 3, children. Now let's proceed towards exercise 4. Replace each underlined adjective clause by adjective or adjective phrase. See what we are going to do here. Here we have to do the reverse engineering. In exercise 3, we have converted phrases to clauses. Here clauses are given and we have to convert them whether in the adjective or the adjective phrase. Means क्या करना है आपको? You have to remove the subject and the finite verb, or you have to remove the introductory word, that relative pronoun or adverb, and the finite verb. Clear? Now here my sentence is: a man who is sincere and hardworking needs no recommendation. Who is sincere and hardworking means a sincere and hardworking man. Fine? So it will be a sincere and hardworking man needs no recommendation. Now next sentence. He had to regret the decision that he took in haste. That he took in haste. The decision that he took in haste means a hasty decision or the decision taken in haste. Clear? Here I have removed this that introductory word and it was he took in haste. So I have converted into the phrase taken in haste. So he had to regret the decision taken in haste. Now he is not such a man as can be trusted. A man as can be trusted means a trustworthy man. A man that cannot be trusted means a non-trustworthy man. So he is not such a man as can be trusted means he is not such a trustworthy man. Clear? As we say, children, he is a man that can be trusted. So what does it mean? That man is a trustworthy man. So the same here, the clause has been converted to an adjective only. Trustworthy man. Okay? Now, his performance was not such as could be easily forgotten. The performance that cannot be easily forgotten means it is not a forgetful performance. So his performance was not forgetful. Now, most of the novels that Premchand wrote, that Premchand wrote means written by Premchand. Written by Premchand. This is a phrase, children. And that Premchand wrote, it has a subject and a verb also. Wrote. Finite verb. Okay, so it is a clause. But when I say written by Premchand, so where is my finite verb in this? Written is the main verb, but finite verb is missing. So it is not a clause. So most of the novels that Premchand wrote deal with rural life. So that will be most of the novels written by Premchand deal with rural life. Students who have not brought their textbook. Not brought their textbook means not having their textbook. नहीं है ना उनके पास. So how do we say that? Not having their textbook. So not having, it has no finite verb. So it is a phrase. And when I say who have not brought, so have finite verb is used. So this is a clause. So students who have not brought their textbook cannot attend the class. So what it will be? Students not having their textbook can't attend the class. Now look at the next. The last sentence. Do you know someone who is interested in buying a computer? So interested in buying a computer. See how I have spoken. Here it is. We say, are you interested in buying a computer? So here are finite verb is used. So this is clause. Same as who is. Is a finite verb, so it is a clause. But when I say interested in buying a computer, so it doesn't have any finite verb. So it is a phrase. So what it will be? Do you know someone interested in buying a computer? Okay, now children, so we have solved all 4 exercises. I want you all children to please solve it first in book. And after that, these all exercises will be done in notebook. But only first 5 sentences of each exercise will be done in notebook. I repeat children, only first 5 sentences of each exercises will be done in notebook. That's all for today's class children. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.